Alright, hello guys. We're going to take a look at a three-color land destruction deck that I built. It is standard, and I really doubt it's like anything you've ever seen before. So, let's get started. Let's go ahead and take a look at the land base. I do have two forests, two mountains, and two swamps. That's the only basics in the deck, so I'm just trying to keep it kind of balanced there. We've got two encroaching wastes. You can pay 4 mana, tap it, sack it, and destroy a non-basic land. These are in there. You could probably take them out if you don't like them. They've helped me a lot against green devotion, blue devotion decks, getting rid of Nykthos, or maybe 3 or 4 color decks that just need the dual lands, so you can kind of get rid of those with that. We're running 4 Golgari Gates. These are obviously interchangeable with either Overgrown Tombs or Temple of Maladies. I happen to own none of those just because I'm broke. But yeah, 4 Golgaris, 4 Rakdoses, again with the Blood Crypts or Temple of Malice. And then Ghoul Gates, I have 1 abandoned. And they're interchangeable with Stomping Grounds as well. So that's our land base, 20 lands. I don't normally have any problems except trying to grab the right color because there's more green in the deck than anything. So if you did end up taking out those encroaching wastes, I'd throw in some forests. Alright, so next we're going to look at our creatures. I have 4 Sylvan Caryatids. Just because they're an excellent mana source. They give you any color of mana, which is fantastic for a 3-color deck. And they're hexproof defenders, which is great with all the stupid removal in standard. Then we got 4 Zertod Druids. These guys tap for green mana. They're 2 mana. And when you tap them for mana, they deal 1 damage to each opponent. So the reason I have these in here is I do also have Master of Cruelties, and this will kill your opponent pretty easily. Even if, like, you do end up not getting Master of Cruelties, you can poke them with this without actually swinging, which makes this guy a little underrated, I think. I've never seen him in any other deck. But, you know, he's good. He's in this deck. Next we got 4 Ember Swallowers. I believe this was the red promo for Theros. It's 4 cost, 4/5. For 7 mana, you can Monstrosity it. Give it 3+1/+1 counters, and it becomes monstrous. And then when it becomes monstrous, each player sacrifices 3 lands. This guy is one of the win conditions for this deck, just because you can really clear your opponent's land base, and they won't be able to deal with it because they don't have any mana. And then it's just board presence as a 7/8, so it's fantastic regardless. So yeah, 4 of those guys. Next we got 2 Wasteland Viper. These are really used for the Blood Rush. If you want to swing with something cheap or piddly or something small, then you will Blood Rush this, kill, say, a 9/9 Mistcutter. These are some of the only removal in this deck. There's 2 Reaper of the Wilds. These were originally Rot Farm Skeletons for the fact that they just don't die. But, you know, I like this one a little better because it doesn't die very easily either because of the hexproof. And the Death Touch, nobody really wants to block it, and it's pretty big for its mana cost, so 4/5 as well. And whenever a creature dies, you can scry, which is excellent just because scrying has never hurt anybody. We got 2 Master of Cruelties. They are 1 for First Strike Death Touch. If you attack with them, they can only attack alone. And if it's not blocked, then the defending player's life total becomes 1, which is amazing. This guy is obviously a win condition himself. Although you can't actually kill anyone using Master of Cruelties. So just keep that in mind. Sire of Insanity is a 6-cost 6/4 with at the beginning of each end step, each player discards his or her hand. So he is also kind of a win condition for the fact that he can lock down your opponent, and his board presence is overwhelming just for the fact that your opponent can't really do anything because they've got no lands, so they can't cast what they draw, and then they can't keep it for later when they do draw land. So he's amazing. Then we got Brain Maggots, for the obvious reason, just exile a card from opponent's hand and look at it, which is great, turn 2. You might end up getting him on turn 3 just for the fact that I have no shock lands, but that's fine. And then we got 4 Putrefies. They destroy an artifact or creature and they can't be regenerated for 3 mana. I use this a lot. This is probably one of the most important cards. It's just they have trouble dealing with Soldier of Pantheon, which this whole deck does, but there's obviously the sideboard for that. For Demolish, destroy an artifact or a land for 4 mana. I mean, these cards aren't fantastic, but they're good. They kill a land, and that's what our goal here is. We got 2 of Desecration Plague, because it destroys an enchantment or a land for green mana. And, you know, it's good, but the better alternative is Bramble Crush. Destroy target non-creature permanent. So if you need to, you can destroy an enchantment, a land, an artifact, planeswalker. So these I prefer. In fact, I might be taking out the Desecration Plagues for them. So next we got 2 Spiteful Blow, 6 mana, destroy a creature and a land. It's a little costly, but it's a lot better than you would think. I tend to lock down my opponents using this card. And then we got Frenzied Tilling. For 5 mana, you can search your library for a basic land, put it on the field tapped, and destroy a land. This has always helped me. It helps you get up to your Sire of Insanities and other higher costs. And then we got 2 Rakdos' Return, of course. What Jund mid-range doesn't run Rakdos' Return. For X mana, you can deal X damage to an opponent, and that opponent discards X cards. This is also something you might want to save for Master of Cruelties, because you'll hit them with it eventually, and then you can deal 1 damage to them with this, and that will win you the game. So, yeah, that's the Jund Land Destroy deck. Hope you like the videos. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys all later.